Hello, friends. Uh, Up to this in economics, we have discussed about the graphs, various types of charts, diagrams, their uses, importance. Now we have reached up to the types of diagram, and now in which we are going to start today about pie diagram. What is pie diagram? Okay? Pie diagram generally based on a circle, and we are aware about it that it composed of 360 degree, for example like this, and that subdivided part represents the pie information, the data, that is called pie chart. So let's look after it. So division of a circle in degrees, which represent the entire circle 360 degrees. That is not about it, that is no doubt about it, that how many components in subgroups are there, but the overall universal combination of that comprise about 360 degrees. Now it divided part represent the divided part of that chart is represent through pie chart. In your text, the hypothetical example is given. Please refer about it. So, what care should be taken while you preparing these types of pie diagram? Number one, draw 360 degree circles. Then, degrees for subdivisions that should be equally calculated in proportion to that variable, and the sum total that brings always 360 degrees, and it is compulsory. Because of what? It is always in a circle form. So the another point is that is about types of graphs which are given in your textbook. The names are there only: histograms, then another logarithms chart, time series graphs that we have discussed, which are based on time, proportionate of time. For example, census, which are available at every 10 years. The study of population, increasing or decreasing trends of price rise, etc. Then use of technology in study of economics. Technology, we can say, okay, we are now on a seat of the technology, on a bunch of the technology. How at each and every point we are using the technological key aspects. For example, if we are driving, then we are through the navigator, Google Drive. If we are in a college, if we are from the academic point of view, then we are using Google, e-journals, e-books, etc. So according to our own convenience, we are using technology in the study of economics. Now we are considering computer technology. For example, number one, presentations. Presentations in a corporate sector, we can say presentations are very important, and therefore the graphs, charts, all are self-explanatory in that way. So presentation in terms of, say, we can say, for example, the budget related examples are given in your textbook. So please refer it, that it can be shows in 3 slides only. Then Excel worksheet, Microsoft Excel worksheet are also worked very useful in the form of, we can say, find out correlation sheet. between the two variables, dependent and independent variables, to draw out some conclusions for regarding by using some important formula in Microsoft Excel, and using diagrams and graphs. The information which are provided on a theoretical base, which are now very become easily to understand for the common people, for the lay people, in form of diagrams and graphs, so one can easily draw out the conclusion and understand it very easily. Then storage tools are also available, emails, Dropbox, etc., which are the storage tools for transferring files from one mobile tools or one computer tools, we can say Android tools, to another thing. Then other tools which are known as very useful statistical tools. When Excel worksheets are carried out, then these types of tools are required for what? To carry out some useful information. Remember always that research is carried out through these types of using SPSS, Cezanne, SAS, eViews, PSPP, then R, these types of research software, and these are used by many academicians, economists, researchers, scholars, and they are tried to carry out some important figures. So figures are only just numbers, but using these types of software that lead towards an important conclusion, and which is useful for the economy also to take economical decisions. So this is examples of pie chart. See how a student, for example, it's an imaginary example which is given over here, that a student use his pocket money 10% on books, 30% on stationery, again 20% on phone and computer devices, 30% on foods, and 10% consumption on so these subdivisional part represent the whole pie chart. So the whole 360-degree, we can say, that is carried out through pie diagram. So pie diagram is very useful to represent more than one subdivisional part of that particular information. I hope so you have understand all these things whatever I have presented here. So wait for my next video and do your work regularly. Thank you very much. Take care.